I do a video of the bus, so I guess this is the best place to start. So this is the fucking driver's cabin. It's not done yet. I got to do some stuff to this. I had to take this door cut out, put a new power window motor here, and paint this. But this is the cab. I also got to wrap this post in leather. I got leather for that. Then you got XM trunk scanner. Fucking radio, a smashed Epiphone, $700 guitar, copy machine, printer, scanner. Then there's a desktop down there underneath a gaming PC, and then there's a regular PC. So this is my internet PC, this one, and that's for video editing under there. And then there's that monitor for that. Then of course, I've got the 8. So we've got a So we got the power strip. They're the same as they put in most police cars. And then, so that just runs my security. And all the desktops and stuff around that too. So there's an 8-channel security camera system on here. Printer, scanner, copy, and fax machine. This is what above the driver's cabin looks like. It's massive sound. You got the 3-speaker all the way. So it's the same on this side than the one on the wall there. There's 4 10s and 2 12s in here. So you got 2 10s here I put in the undercarriage. Now if I'm going to use the computer, I just take this chair right here out and I pull it forward, and then I can access the monitor that's behind it for the video editing and all that crap, which I haven't even used yet. So it's all wood all the way front. This used to never have any of this, so I added all that in. So that's what that looks like from the front. And then there's 2 more 10s up there. So that's the driver's cab. And then I've got, get out of the way, Gary. There's two more 12s here, which is the couch I built. So it's a custom built couch. It's all lap joints and oak dowels. And then I wrapped it, so there's a board, but I did 2x3 lap joint construction. And it's probably 100 pounds lighter than the original thing that was there. So, and then up here you have, that's part of the surround sound, 'cause at night I have a screen that comes down right here that covers that whole front. And that's hooked up to this projector, so it's like a 1080p projector. So from the back I have full surround sound. So then you have, this is the center channel speaker. I mean, you wouldn't expect Bowers and Wilkins to have some crap surround sound, right? So we've got this also as one of the front speakers. Then up here, you've got the inverter that I use for the front bank. I've got 3 separate solar banks. So we've got this one, which you can see I've collected 77,000 kilowatt hours on. And this is my coach batteries. I have 5 100 amp hour batteries hooked up to this, and this runs my bus. So this is like my water pump. My water heater is electric on demand. I put a Fagadium, which is basically the Rec Pro one. Just not the Rec Pro, not from them, but it's the same exact water heater. So it's the same as a Gerard's tankless water heater. So that does that. I haven't hooked an inverter up to the bus battery yet. This is like my bus battery, so it can do the lighting, the water tank, and all that crap. But this battery, I mean, it's raining out, and it's at 13.2. This battery never goes below 13. I've never, ever. I've taken hour showers in here, and it hasn't gone below. So I got to put a power inverter on that, because if I go through like a week of no sun or something, it still doesn't matter, because this bank here, let me give a little light to the situation so you can get the full spectrum. I mean, this is 13 100 amp hour batteries. This by itself is probably one of the biggest banks in any RV, probably in the world. So that goes all the way down. There's 13 of these here. I mean, this is no fucking joke. I mean, that goes all the way back there. I mean, if I can shed a little light on it, I'll try. Just to give you a general idea. I mean, this is 13 100 amp hour batteries. There's no joke there. And then, like I said, so I've got that one hooked up to this MPPT-1 controller. He says by 1. And then this is for the 5 100 amp hour batteries. So then there's all the surround. This is for the subs. This is for the 410s. This is for the 212s are Kenwood Exelon. But what I'm going to do is put one more amp in to do all my mid-range speakers, because I'm not happy with the sound. And then I've got an equalizer here. I bought this parametric 9-band EQ, so I'm going to install this as well. And I'm also putting in a ham bass station with a vector scalar analyzer, and all that stuff's going to be coming in here. This chair will be moved forward, and from that shelf here, I'm building a shelf in off the back of the speaker cabinet that'll go right up, so it can hold all the computer stuff, but it's also going to hold a ton of ham and FM and AM broadband transmitters, beacons. I'm putting a 40-foot extendable antenna on the back, so this will be a mobile comm center as well. Once I finish what I'm up to, I've been chipping away at it as I can, the best I can. But the thing is, so then these two banks are my front banks, like I said. The 1300 amp hour bank, and then the 5100s that are under the hood, and that's the front. It's crushed indigo floor, and that's all Koa hardwood steps here. I did all this myself. The family crest, my flag, I just hang over the door, bookshelf. That amp's going to be coming out. It takes up too much room. I'm going to get rid of that. Of course, got to have a jump box. So then I got my wood stove. Now, this bus is made all out of the regular bus build, but then I added 2x3s, so it's separately framed. You got a 2x3 interior and a structure with over 10,000 2.5-inch construction screws holding this all together. And then on top of it, you have tongue and groove inch-thick Eastern pine beadboard. So this is inch thick. This alone is what your house is. Without this, you have probably 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch sheetrock. So I've got a 1/2 inch more of you plus hardwood. And then there's also R13 bat insulation throughout the bus, except I put mineral wool in here around my fireplace. My hearth and the walls are all lined with mineral wool. So it's a fireproof and soundproof insulation. I can blast my radio in here and you cannot hear it outside unless my windows are cracked or something, because the walls are so thick. I mean, your house isn't as insulated as my bus is, and as well built. I mean, the wood, I mean, you can see I haven't got all my trim boards in yet. Like, this is trimmed out. You can see I put the clap. Hey, get down. So I basically have to finish that, put some more trim boards and stuff, a little bits and pieces. Gary, cut it out. And then move on from there. But I built this. I got to rewrap that leather because it's a little funky right now. You can tell I didn't fuck around with sound. I mean, this down here, that's all just the car audio sound, and that goes to the either side. There's one right next to your head where you drive. There's an additional speaker, as you can see, plus tweets. There's tweeters there too. I've got to install the rest of the tweeters. And then the surround sound system is here. That's going to go to the home theater. There's a 6-foot by 4-foot screen. And then from the bed, you've got it as well here. So you can see on either side of the bed, those are Cambridge Soundwork Henry Claus Series tower that I cut the box in half, added a bracer board inside where you can see the screw holes. I got to put some black vinyl over that to cover it up, and then flush mounted them to the wall. It also gave me a shelf in the bedroom. So then I have the TV, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, pretty much every game out. This is my rear solar bank in the bedroom. This is 2 Lifeline 255 amp hour batteries in parallel for a 510 amp hour bank hooked up to the Cobra 2500 watt. Now, of course, we've got my MoFi 4500 router, which is the best investment I've ever made. I can't speak more highly of the mobile router. It's one of the best things I have. These fans are good too. I found batteries on 10 of them for $12. They work fine. I mean, I can get on high 3 hours, and on low probably 5.5 to 6 hours off one battery, and I'm gonna get 10 of them. So if I need it, it is what it is. So basically, that's the bedroom. At night, that back is all glass. There's curtains there, so I can lay. If I'm somewhere like unique, you can lay and look at the stars at night from the back window. It's like a stargazer bed built in. And then I redid. I got a touch-up paint on the cabinets and touch up the white pieces. I cut that in custom. I had to rebuild the cabinets. And as you can see, underneath is all wood. I did that all wood. And I want to do the same with these. I think I'm going to add some more pine and just dress it all up so the bottoms are all that. I eventually want to change all the cabinets and get custom-built Brazilian cherry or something like that put in. That's the dog's bed. It's gigantic. It runs the whole course of the bed, but you can see that jut out that does that on both sides. That's the 2 Lifeline 8D 255 amp hour batteries. Then down here on the floor I've got my shoe rack, but it's also a dresser drawer, and I added that on both sides because this used to have twin bunks on either side, not twins but like singles or something. So I cut them in half and kept the drawers so that I'd be able to maintain you know, having that. But this is the bedroom, basically. And that. Then out here is the hallway. So I got 6 drawers here. I've got more space here than in any apartment I've ever had for clothes and stuff. This is a giant closet. I'm going to be putting cedar in there. But I love it. It's got the dual mirrors. I'm going to line this all with cedar tongue and groove plank because I want to do the bathroom ceiling with cedar as well. And then we wrapped the refrigerator with candy apple red and black carbon fiber, so it looks fucking sick. Propane's the way to go. I mean, I end up making it pretty far with that, with propane. Propane fridges are the shit. And then I built this with a microwave. I don't use a microwave, but I gotta have all my cooking oil, spices, soy sauce, vinegars, wines. I cannot have the e-liquid either. Or vape liquid rather. And then this is my stove. You got the butcher block on top, double basin sink. I built this spice rack down here, bread basket, trimmed it out with the leftover koa. I tried to take all these pieces of koa that were left from putting the stairs in and use them as accent trim. I think it actually came out really cool. I mean, this was one I was really proud of because I doubled it down. That was 2 pieces. This thing was for something else, and this was cut off a edge of a step to make it fit. And I turned it into that. And I think it's good because it keeps stuff from sliding out when I'm driving and shit. I mean, you gotta have the Carafer coffee pot. And you know, general odds and ends. So it is what it is. That goes to the front, to the rear, dual surround sound that's back there. You get your overhead cabinet storage. My most proud point is going to be this bathroom, so you gotta have the Sign Mattis Yahoo poster hanging up. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get the best light that I can on here, and don't mind the mess in the tub because I'm a dollar store junkie, and I buy way too much stuff at the dollar store every month that I have nowhere to put it, so I store it in the tub as like beauty products and household cleaning shit. So you transition from the color flooring into the black and white, and then this is my toilet. This is my, so I'll just try to do a panoramic, I guess. That's what the up top looks like. But then, so I got the corner rack going on with the window. That's the tankless hot water. The thing, you can set the temperature wherever you want it. And then this is the bathroom sink vanity. So it's red carbon fiber on black gloss. And it came out really, really good. Now this is my shower. This is the crown jewel of this bathroom. Now this was a Fleetwood Pace Aero Eleganza originally, so it has really high-end shit. But I added this shower panel, and it's got a water turbine in it, like in the pipes. It has a hydroelectric turbine that spins, that powers that panel, and all those LED lights. When you take a shower at night, it's got the waterfall and the rainfall head and all that. Oh, it's fucking amazing. And the water pressure is the most better than any shower I've ever had. Now this is why I said it's a Fleetwood Pace Aero. This drying rack is built in to the fucking bar. It's got to be the coolest thing, man. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful. The whole setup was amazing. I mean, I've got 20,000 cash into this build. I've put 20 grand into this in the last year, getting it done. And I'm almost done the outside. I got 5% left. I got to inject a little more glue, and then I'm leaving. I mean, I plan on taking this bus on every continent on the planet. It's going to be fun in Europe on some of them small roads, but this is like a 31 foot, and that's like the biggest you would want to go if you plan on bringing it to Europe, because there's roads over there that you can get yourself stuck on. But I went to CDL school and learned how to drive a tractor trailer specifically so that when I started the world tour, I would know what I was doing. It's got to be funny to all the people that watched it go on that couldn't figure out when they saw me building this, that this reason they sent me to tractor trailer school was because this bus is going worldwide. So he has my fridge. I don't know what's in there right now, but lots of vegetables and shit. So pretty much, it is what it is. See what's in the freezer. What we got? Oh, it's pretty fucking full. So, yeah. Rock and roll, man. I just wanted to put that out. Everybody always wants to see where you live or whatever. This is where I live. This is Dreadnought. The unsinkable fathom.